Back at it again with the life pro tips. It's SpookyPooch. Keep an open, keep an ongoing gift list in your phone's notepad. Add to it when potential gift ideas are mentioned. Is that for yourself or for other people? Because, I mean, regardless, I'm all for it, because if somebody's going to have to spend money on you or you on them, please, for the love of God, just give a list so that it's definitely something they like. Money does not come easy for me. That's why I have ads on these stupid rambling lists. So yeah, I've already asked people directly, like, please make a list. And they're like, no, I don't want to because it ruins the mystery. Great. So glad to always see my gifts collecting dust in your closet. Thank you. Showing someone a photo on your phone, zoom in a tad. If they try to swipe, they'll pan around the image instead of navigating so you can snag your phone back. Hell yeah. Ooh, I do not show pictures. I will hold the phone if I have to, and they'll grab for it. And I'll be like, no, I'm already holding it at your face. You don't need to hold it. Because yeah, I know some people where they just have a ball just looking in there. And yeah, I've got some inappropriate things on there. Yeah. I fully endorse the slight tad zoom in. That is wonderful. Bless your heart, Dep. That's his name, Dep. How to remove location data before posting pics to protect endangered animals from posting. That's pretty specific. Let's check it out. Okie dokie. Well, there you go. It's pretty good. Stripping out the data. Oh, okay, so it's through your, Computron. Yeah, totally. I mean, I hate all this geolocation shit. There's a lot of horrible people in the world, and they're going to be the #1 people using that feature. It's not good. I wish the world was great, but it's not. If someone tells you that they bought a motorcycle, spare them your story on your friend's third cousin's uncle's fifth grade gym class creature that died in fire. You know what I said. Well, it's very... Who hurt you? But anyway, I bought a bike a couple months ago, and every time it comes up, someone just can't wait to tell me that literally everyone that sits on a motorcycle immediately explodes. Yes, we're all aware that motorcycles are dangerous. You can stop with the bummer stories. See what the people have said. He bought it for his wife, blah blah. He died on his very first ride. Yikes. Life pro tip, be a whiny little bitch to get attention on Reddit. I hate everyone, for the most part, generally speaking, because good people are very rare to find nowadays. But a lot of motorcycles, I mean, a lot of car people do it too. So, keep that in mind. I'm not just bashing motorcycles. It's just, they love to weave in between the yellow line and all that to pass, and it's so dangerous because just because the motorcyclist knows where he is doesn't mean the cars around know where he is, and a motorcyclist will lose to a car every time. It's not good. Ugh. So they're very dangerous. Any of my friends that want one, I'm like, no! And they listen to me because I'm so good, apparently. Because I'm a life pro tip kind of person. Or dog, or whatever the fuck I am. If you borrowed something, return it yourself. Thank the lender personally. Yeah. My shitty ex would keep everything forever. So, who was I? Oh, I was the girlfriend that, gave all the borrowed shit back to all of his friends, and they would thank me profusely because they would never get any of their games or anything back unless I did it! Oh, and another life pro tip. Just because your friend says, oh, pay me back whenever, doesn't mean you pay them back whenever. Pay them back as soon as possible, even if it's just a little bit every paycheck. Please, for the love of God. They went out of their way to save your ass. I had a friend who was level-headed until this. His car broke down. He had no money because he spends it on crap he doesn't need, even though he lives with his mom, so he lives there for free. Just endless money. But anyway, his best bud dropped $500 on him that night to patch up the car, and that friend that the car broke down, he goes to me, he's like, yeah, my best friend told me just to pay him back whenever. He's such a good guy. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You've been paying him back, right? Well, it's been a few months. I mean, he said whenever, so, and I'm like, oh, you need to not. Oh, that fucking sucks. That's why I don't lend money to friends anymore, because they just turn into shitty people. And I hate that optimistic, well, you paid them that money to make them get out of your life. No, I could have just stopped talking to them to get them out of my life. I don't want to spend money to make them do it. I hate that false optimism shit. Welcome to my forever rants. Learn American Sign Language using Snapchat. What? How do we do that? Snapchat is mostly used to entertain people with no added value. I use the platform as a chance to teach to people American Sign Language and deaf culture. This is useful for you because it is a chance to acquire another language at no cost, something to share with other people, and being able to use your hands to communicate. I used to know a very tiny sliver of American Sign Language, but I didn't keep up with it, and then I met a friend online who wanted me to learn it because she was deaf, but she was an asshole, so I'm like, well, why am I gonna, go through all of this effort to learn this for you if you're kind of a dickbag of a human? So I stopped talking to her. She wasn't really a friend, she was an acquaintance trying to build a friendship, and I was like, this is not working. Set your desktop cursor color scheme to inverted so that you can see it against any background. Dark colors for the win regardless. If you wear contact lenses, always make sure you keep a spare pair of glasses in your car. Oh, okay, I was like, you can't keep a spare pair of contacts because they're gonna evaporate. Yeah, glasses. I wear glasses because my contact lenses would always pop out of my eyeballs because my face is too expressive, and maybe I have a astigmatism or whatever, where your eyeball is a little bit warped. So that might be another reason, but hell if I know. So just do glasses, thanks. When cleaning a CD, never rub the disc in a circular motion, as this can damage the disc. Wipe in straight lines from the center to the outside of the disc. I don't know. I've thrown away discs before, to where I would just cut them up and scratch them and shit, and they actually take a big amount of effort to even damage. So I don't know how people do it. All of my DVDs and CDs are in mint condition, and that's with them sitting out. I don't know. Never snap your fingers to get someone's attention. It's highly disrespectful. Yeah. I never do that. I never say hey you or anything. I mean, I never even call to anyone's attention because I'm a lone wolf. So, but anyway, I had this one girl. Ugh. She was several years younger than me, and it was very noticeable, and she just goes to me, oh, by the way, I was an adult. We were, at work, working, and she just goes, hey, yo, girl, hey, girl, hey, yo. I purposely, if you talk to me like that, I'm not gonna turn around and respond to you. Oh god, and all the people around me were giggling because we all knew she was trying to get my attention, and she was only 4 feet away from me. She could have just come over and be like, hey, blah blah blah, hey, can you do this, or, hey, is this the right way I'm doing the work, whatever stupid question she needed. I purposely just let her keep fucking sounding like a moron. Ugh. Delete all your social media accounts and start a personal website. I'm doing it next week. Stop giving your content away for free. Stop jerking each other offline. You deserve better. Cut the cord and breathe deep. Taste that? It's a little taste of freedom. Ugh. Shut up. There's nothing wrong with some free content. You need to. Trials and stuff, that needs to be, because I'm so sick and tired of dumping all my money on something and then it's shit. It's pure fucking shit. should be fertilizer instead, because it's shit. But yeah, we all want money. We all need money, you know? But being super stingy is not the way to go about it. When you redo your kitchen, save a cabinet door as well as the brochure for the cabinets. Little background. Oh, thank you. Bless. I purchased my house from my parents, and they redid a kitchen about 16 years ago, and foolishly didn't replace the fridge at the time. As some of you know, refrigerators dramatically grew in width and height, and now that this is a 20-year-old fridge, it's finally breaking down. It's making replacing the fridge next to impossible. Luckily, my dad saved a spare door as well as the paperwork for where he got the cabinets. We went to Home Depot today, and we were able to match the cabinets, and I think we'll be okay. Related life pro tip: try to future-proof your kitchen's renovations as much as possible. Renovations as much as possible. Never build around an old fridge. Yeah, plus you should trash an old fridge because the energy usage is pretty barf. If you make eye contact with a random person in passing, don't just look away. A smile or a nod goes a long way. I guess we'll delve into this one. But yeah, I have alternative hair colors. So what's actually ironic is now that I have crazy hair colors instead of natural hair colors, people stare at me less. I guess because I look crazier, so they don't want to stare at me as much, but I still get stares. It's always adults. Some kids look, but at least they're just curious instead of being dickbags. Because again, we all learn as kids, staring is very rude, nobody likes it done to them, and yet people do it. And I have timed people before, and they will just dead stare at me for 30 seconds or longer. Like, I understand sometimes you zone out, but when I'm counting you for over 30 seconds and you're clocked in at that long, you're a bitch. So I end up looking back at them just as like a, yes, I've noticed you staring at me for this long, thank you. Ugh. But yeah. It's awkward, but I mean, let's see what we got. Long wait for what? I have always just looked away as quickly as I could. I need to try this. If you do this in London, you'll either get a dirty look or a what? If it's a kid or a group of friends. Unless it's an old lady, then they'll be trying to talk to you. I can't believe this is a life pro tip coming soon. Say bless you when someone sneezes, acknowledging their sneezes engenders trust and compassion. Ay, ay, ay. Add baking soda to the cat's litter box. It eliminates smells and neutralizes liquids. Let's hope. Highlight something in a comment and hit the reply button. Gets the highlighted. Yeah, I think everybody who uses Reddit understands this. When moving away from a bad situation and expecting not to be followed, don't have your mail forwarded by the USPS post office. Those looking for you can send a traceable letter to your old address and then watch it online as the mail gets routed to your new location, thereby finding out where you are. Plus, when you get a forward address, the post office mails a forward notice to your previous address and then to your new address. So the people, if they're that low in morals, they're just going to look in your mail anyway and grab it and then see what your new address is. So yeah. I guess we'll read if anyone says anything of interest. This is also a life pro tip on how to track people. Yeah, it is. Or get a P.O. box and have your mail forwarded there. If you've left the city, the P.O. box will show that you've relocated. Heh. Well, there you go. If you need to pour out hot bacon grease, never pour it into a soda can. Why does it? Do you miss? My parents just did this, thinking the metal would take away some of the heat. Oh, idiots. My life pro tip, I just use like the red sauce glass jars or like a pickle jar, which will go forever, and you can keep that crappy looking thing on your stove forever because no one ever visits your house and you're a disgusting human being. Anyway, When you have a long-standing issue and you're dealing with multiple customer service agents, always treat any new reps you talk to with respect and calm. You will get much better service and a quicker resolution to your issue. Fuck. I'm getting bad at reading right now. I mean, yeah, be nice to them. What sucks is that every time I talk to them, I always present them with all the information they need of the problem, and then I have to keep walking them through the same fucking sentence over and over again, where it's like, okay, as I've said earlier, blah blah blah, you know? Like, it's to the point where you gotta have that freaking attitude of, like I already said, because it's just so disrespectful when you say, like, a sentence, and then they don't even read the sentence. It's very frustrating. Ugh, fuck. Okay. When sharing a bill with friends at a restaurant and someone continues to order too much food, suggest that you eat what's already been ordered first. You can always order more later. It usually results in less waste and a reasonable bill. Yeah, you should go Dutch, which just means you pay for what you order. Ho ho, got a story with that. Anyway, let's read this. Depending on a restaurant or country, you may end up sharing a bill with a group of people. Some people order more than others. If a lot of food has already been ordered and someone asks, should we get this too? A trick that has helped me in the past is to suggest they bring everything out. We eat and order more if we're still hungry. People tend to order more than they can eat when they're hungry. Yep. This is a life pro tip that allows you to waste less food, not overeat, and have a much more reasonable bill. Someone else says, I've never understood this. If I ever split a bill, it was always pay for what you order. I've never once split it evenly. It's either someone covers the whole bill and gets paid back later, or somebody blah blah. Anyway, you guys can read all that other stuff while I tell my tale. It was recent. It was this year. I had to go out to one of those stupid restaurants where shit is just expensive for no real reason, and then you get like 2 leaves on a plate. It's so annoying. And the food never tastes good. It's always like burnt and shit. Fuck. Anyway, I went, and some people brought their spouses and their children, and they ordered drinks. I always order water because it's free, because in the end, it's free. Like, seriously, save on money, just order water. You don't need some special drink. Other people ordered special drinks, and they got their entrees and crap, and then they got dessert as well, which is eye-rolling, and it's just like, okay. Then time comes for the bill. And then, of course, since they already ordered a lot of shit, because they brought their spouse and their children, and then they ordered all the dessert and all the special drinks, now suddenly they want to be fair and let's all just split the bill evenly. No. The stupid shit I got was already $25 for just pasta, like $3 pasta, and then split evenly, I would have had to pay $90 to $95. So it's like, well, I'm gonna pay what I fucking ordered, and then you guys can figure it out. That's what I did. Fucking God, people. And we're moving on. I'm sorry for anyone who has like headphones and my shrill voice and shit. I hope this program is regulating the shrillness. Otherwise I'm gonna have to start manually doing it. Anyway, when eating someone's cooking, instead of saying it's great, compliment a specific aspect of the meal that you like. Yeah, that's good. I'll vote it up. Yeah, cause it's so generic to just be like, yeah, it's good. So if I were to make stuff and people are just like, oh yeah, oh it's so good, oh. Ugh, please don't. I'd rather not even hear that. Just be like, the red sauce, it's a magnifique. Thanks. If a mechanic tells you that something is wrong with your car while you were getting an oil change, don't get it fixed there. Then and there, get a second opinion. Oh yes, I have known many not so great mechanics. I've also known some pretty phenomenal ones, but I know you definitely remember the shitty people in your life. And they would just go ahead and fix stuff without people's consent. They would go in for an oil change and they'd be like, by the way, your whatever wasn't too great, so we tuned it up for you, so that's another $1,000 without your say. So what I do is I just say, just the oil change, please nothing else. Otherwise I'm not going to pay. But I find good mechanics, so I'm in good hands. um, Last few. When gardening or doing yard work, tie an infinity scarf with a zipper pocket around your waist. Doubles as a fanny pack and a cloth to wipe sweat from your brow. Next one. The less money that you spend, the more money you will have. Good job. I mean, here's an ending story. Yeah, spending less money means that you keep more of your money. It's a pretty magical fucking thing to fathom. I had a friend, she was in her 50s at my one job, and yeah, she had a son almost in his 30s still living with her, and he just never contributed to the family. He was one of those I'm starting a band guys, and he would be up all night, which is using more energy that they have to pay for, and they would never be able to afford rent. They'd always have to pay the overdue rent fee on top of it. And her husband would be working mandatory overtime for about a year straight, and he was, at that age where he has to retire, so that was breaking him. And then my friend's just like, oh yeah, we can't make rent again, haha. And then she later told me how she would just be spending money all the fucking time. She would bring in donuts and shit to work, and I'm like, please stop. Like, this is money you can put towards rent. Please stop. And it was to the point where she would kind of make fun of me for it, because I wanted her to save money. And, like I was saying before I cut myself off, because I was chatty Cathy. But anyway, I found out that she would have like a Chinese night every Monday, and every Tuesday was Mexican night, and just like Thursdays were McDonald's, I think. All that crap is racking up a lot of money. Like, some food that you make at home does end up costing more than just getting it already made. Like, that sucks. But you gotta weigh your options. But she would not. And it was like, oh, gee, that's why you're fucking poor and can't make rent. Which, by the way, no matter what your real money situation is, pay rent. That is where all your stuff is. That is where you sleep. It's kind of the most important bill to pay. God, please just do it. I guess that's where I'm gonna end. Thank you so much for listening and putting up with my shrill lady voice. Bye.